timeout in that third quarter. It was 10-0 in a minute and 30 seconds coming out of it, and then I think extended to 18-0 there in that third quarter. What did you see from your team in terms of kind of response to an in-game challenge like you had there, and the way they were able to kind of just push that out for good?
Yeah, I thought, in the first half, they only had 10 points in the paint, which is great. And they made 11 threes, I think. And so we just talked at halftime about continuing to prioritize the rim and the paint, but contesting a little better. And there's just a little slippage there coming out of halftime in the first 4 minutes. They get a couple clean looks that I thought we could have contested better. So tried to clean that up. And obviously we get the offense going during that time too. But I thought for the most part it was a great 48-minute effort. I thought we played to our standard for most of the night on both ends of the floor. I was very impressed with the way the team played.
I guess maybe with that stretch in mind, where have you seen the most growth with this team in terms of really turning defense into offense? I mean, converting in transition, converting on the secondary break, even if the team does get back in the goal five.
Yeah, we're in a great flow with that right now. Just the random basketball, random possessions, recognizing when we have numbers and attacking, and then recognizing when we don't have numbers and getting to, quick actions based on what the floor looks like. And it's just the cumulative effect of the season. It's like it's growing through the experiences of the game. So done a really good job there. That's been a strength of the team over the last, month and a half. And it was definitely on it again tonight.
You guys had 8 guys and scorers and 4 starters having in franchise history. In these games, it kind of allows you to go deeper and do your bench. Are you learning anything about your depth now?
I think the thing that is the best signal to us is the fact that, no matter who we're putting on the court, we kind of look the same, on both ends of the floor. And we're playing to a certain standard and playing a certain way. And that's, with different lineups, but it's also with guys being out. We didn't have Dort or Dub tonight, including on this past road trip. We had a game without Chet. And we were, able to kind of sustain the same, way of playing. And even like I told the team the last 6 minutes of the game, when the game's in hand, we put in 4 guys that are cold, and those guys went in there tonight and really played well in those minutes on both ends of the floor, and just sustained a certain level to finish out the 48. So that's what stands out the most. The records and stuff like that is downstream from that, but I'm just pleased with the way that this team's really stayed in character regardless of who's out there on the court.
Mark, you've been talking about 0-0 for a long time now and building toward these kind of outcomes. What would you say about this team's execution of that 0-0 mindset each night?
For the most part, really good. This team's done a great job of staying present. Team's obviously ambitious. Team has big goals. It's an ambitious locker room, but you can only play the game that's right in front of you, and you're going to come out of every game a little better or a little worse, and the challenge is to get a little better every night. And I think we're better after tonight's game. I thought the way we played tonight, the standard we played to, we really pushed ourselves, I thought. Even when the score widened, I thought we sustained a really high level of effort and unselfishness, and the team did a really good job. So we're better now than we were, at 6:30.
Is there a challenge at all in these last 12 games to keep guys from Postgame at all? I know it was a good tonight. Is that a challenge at all? The rest of the way ahead for us?
I mean, we gotta play with a sense of purpose. Like you can't coast into the postseason. Postseason's the highest level of play, and we're gonna have a week, after our last game, to prep. So we got to stay on it. We got to stay sharp. We got to stay in rhythm. We got to stay confident, and we have to improve. 12 games is a lot of games. That's way more than it's 15% of the season, probably something like that. So. It's not an insignificant number. We're not like at the finish line right now at all. And, our next, I think 10 games are all against teams that are playoff or play-in right now. So they all have something to play for, and they're all going to want the games, and they're all going to be up to play against us. So these are great challenges for us. It's a great opportunity for us to sharpen our blade, continue to grow. But the team's done a great job of it, most of the season.
Anybody else? Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.